we'll start with the second exercise of the parallel line. It is given that angle x is equal to 71, angle y is equal to 108. We need to determine whether, or we need to justify whether line M and N are parallel to each other or not. Okay. First of all, we can see that these are the two lines and we have two interior angles. Okay. So we will add angle x plus angle y. What is the solution? Okay. Angle x plus angle y means 71 plus 108. So it gives me 179. Okay. 8 plus 1 9, 7 plus 0 7, 1 as it is. So it is 179. Okay. So we can say that as x plus y is equal to 179 and these are the pair of interior angles, and if interior angles is 180 then lines are parallel. Okay. But it is not like that. So we can say that as x plus y is not equal to 180, therefore M and N are not parallel. Okay. So you can term it like that. Okay, in the previous exercise we have seen what is corresponding angle. Okay, now we will see what is corresponding angles test. Okay, so see, if two lines are parallel, okay, two lines are parallel, the angle above the line and angle above the line are congruent to each other. That is called as corresponding angle. Okay, but when it is given that angle above the line and angle above the line are congruent, okay, then we can say that lines are parallel. In this it was given that lines are parallel, then angle above the lines are equal, and over here if the angle above the lines are equal, we can say that the lines are parallel. So means this is the converse, or we can say ulta of one another. When lines are parallel, these angles are equal. When these angles are equal, lines are parallel. So it is called as corresponding angles test. Okay, got it? Now we will see what is alternate angles and alternate angles test. When two lines are parallel, okay, suppose L and N, and we have a transversal N. If two lines are parallel, then angles forming Z, this angle and this angle, and ulta Z, that is this angle and this angle, are equal. Angles forming Z and ulta Z are equal. So we will call this as alternate angles. Okay, and when we have two lines and angle forming Z are equal, then we can say that the lines are parallel. It is called as alternate angles test. It is also called as converse of alternate angles. Okay, alternate angle test is also termed as converse of alternate angles. So in this the lines were parallel, angles forming Z were equal. In this angles forming Z are equal, then lines are parallel. Okay, we will see also what is interior angle and interior angle test. So interior angles. What is there in interior angles? We have two lines which are parallel and angles in the interior, that is A plus B, will give me 180. It is called as interior angles. Now we have two parallel lines, we have two lines, we don't know about it's parallel or not, and we have a transversal. One angle is 60 and other is 120, and as 60 plus 120 will give me 180. When interior angle sums up to 180, the lines are parallel. So it is interior angles test. Okay. So in the first question there was nothing much. From the second question onwards, let's see what we can do it. So we understood about corresponding angle and corresponding angle test. alternate angle and alternate angle test, interior angle and interior angle test. Okay, all the tests are also called as converse of its angles, corresponding or alternate angles. Okay. In the second question, we have line L and M. Okay, we don't know about they are parallel or not. We have a transversal N, we have A and we have B over here, and it is given in the question that angle A is equal to angle B. Okay, so I'll just do one thing. I'll do one thing, that we know this is congruent and we need to prove that line L is parallel to line M. Okay, we need to prove that thing. So okay, so I'll take over here angle C. Okay, right angle C over there. Now solution or proof. I can say that angle A is equal to angle C, vertically opposite angles. I will name this as 1. Okay, angle A is equal to angle C, vertically opposite angles, and angle A is equal to angle B. This is given in the question. I will take this number 2. If you observe 1 and 2, I have A congruent, so I can say that angle C is equal to angle B. Okay, angle C is equal to angle B, and you can see that angle C and angle B are both the angles below the lines which are equal. So I can say that angle C and angle B are the pairs of corresponding angles. Okay, angle B and angle C are the pairs of corresponding angle. Why they are the pairs of corresponding angle? Because C is also below the line and B is also below the line. Now, as both the angles are congruent or they are equal and they are the pair of corresponding angles, so line angles are equal, therefore I can say that L is parallel to M by converse or corresponding angle test. Corresponding angles test. Okay, so this is the end of the second question. You should write this. You will get the marks for writing corresponding angle test. Okay, sum is quite easy. You can easily do it. So in the third question, we have the diagram like this. It is given that A is congruent to B. So this angle and this angle is congruent to each other, and it is also given that X is congruent to Y. We need to prove that line L and line L, N, the last one, are parallel to each other. Okay, let's see. Proof. We are given that angle A is congruent to angle B. Okay, angle A and angle B are, and if you observe it properly, this is above the line and B is also above the line. Okay, and if both the angles are above the line, then these two lines are parallel to each other. Therefore, we can say that as angle A and B are the pairs of corresponding angles. Angle A and angle B are the pair of corresponding angle. Therefore, I can say that line L is parallel to line M. Okay, corresponding, they are the pair of corresponding above the line are called as corresponding angle. Therefore, lines are parallel. When angles are equal and we are proving that lines are parallel, we will write by corresponding angles test. Okay, I'll name this as equation 1. Okay, by corresponding angle test. Now it is also given that angle x is equal to angle y. So I can write angle x is congruent to angle y. Okay, as you can see that x and y are the pairs which are forming z. So I can say that angle x and angle y are the pairs of alternate angles. As they are forming z, we can call it as the pair of alternate angles. Okay, and this alternate, see, z can also form like this. Okay, z can also form like this. It doesn't mean that these are parallel to each other, but if they are forming z and the angles are also equal, then we can say that the lines are parallel. Okay, so if this is also forming z, but these two angles are not equal, so I cannot say that these are parallel, but this is forming z and this angle is equal, then we can say that the lines are parallel. So they are the pair of alternate angles and they are equal as well. Therefore I can say that x and y means m and n. Therefore line m and line n, or you can write line m is parallel to line n by alternate angles test. Okay, if you see 1, we have L parallel to M. If you see 2, we have M parallel to N. So this line M and line M is common in both the parts. So from 1 and 2, I can say that line L is parallel to line N. See, if it is like this, A is equal to B and A is equal to C, A is common, so B is equal to C. Similarly, M is common, so line L is parallel to line N. Therefore, line L is parallel to line N from 1 and 2. Okay, reasoning is very much important. Okay, in the fourth question of practice set 2.2, it is given that AB is parallel to DE. Okay, AB is parallel to DE. Angle C is equal to 50 degrees and angle D is equal to 100 degrees. We are asked to find out angle ABC. Before doing that, we need to do some construction. Draw CF parallel to AB and DE. Okay, we need to draw CF which is parallel to AB, and because AB is parallel to DE, so CF parallel to AB is also parallel to DE. Okay, that was the construction. Now I will start with the solution. Okay, now we need to find AB. So it is given that DE is parallel to CF, as DE is parallel to CF. Construction. Okay, DE is parallel to CF. So these two lines are parallel, so we can use the interior angle term. So angle EDC plus DCF is equal to 180. Interior angles. Okay, now we know that EDC is 100 plus DCF 180. Therefore DCF is equal to 180 minus 100. DCF is equal to 80. Okay, measure of this angle is 80. Now we know that AB is parallel to CF. We know that AB is parallel to CF, as AB is parallel to CF. Again construction reason. Okay, so as AB is parallel says angles forming Z are equal. Angle ABC is congruent to angle BCF. Alternate angles. Angles forming Z is called as alternate angles. So see, BCF is what? BCF is 50 plus 80, that is 130. So I can say that angle ABC is congruent to BCF, can be written as angle ABC is congruent to angle BCF, but BCF is the addition of two parts, that is BCD plus DCF. Okay, so ABC is equal to BCD is equal to 50 degrees and DCF is equal to 80. So angle ABC is equal to 80 plus 50 is 130 degrees. So this is the measure of angle ABC. Okay, so star mark this fifth question, okay, of the exercise 2.2. It is given that AE is parallel to BD, means this line is parallel to this line. AF is the bisector. Now AF is the bisector of angle EAB, and bisector means what? It divides the angle into two equal parts. Okay, so both the equal parts is X, which is already given in the textbook. BC is the bisector of ABD, therefore this is Y and this is also Y. So angle ABC and angle CBD is equal to Y. Okay, we need to prove that AF is parallel to BC. We need to see that this is parallel to. Okay, let's start. We are given that AF is the bisector, as AF is the bisector of angle EAB. Therefore, two angles are equal. EAF, angle EAF is equal to FAB is equal to X. Okay, it is actually it is already given in the textbook, so I am writing it X, naming it number 1. Okay. Similarly, BC is the bisector, as BC is the bisector of angle ABD. Therefore, angle ABC is equal to CBD is equal to Y. Equation number 2. Okay. Now we are given that AE is parallel to BD. So I write as AE is parallel to BD. AE is parallel to BD. So angles forming Z are equal. Okay, angles forming Z are equal. That is EAB. AB is equal to ABD. Alternate angles. Alternate angles. EAB is 2x, x plus x, and ABD is y and y, it is 2y. Okay, so 2x is equal to 2y, 2 gets cancelled, we have x is equal to y. In place of x, can I write FAB? And in place of y, I can write ABC. From 1 and 2. Okay, now see, FAB and ABC are the pair of alternate angle, as FAB and ABC are the pairs of alternate angles. Okay, write it completely. Alternate angles. Okay, as FAB and ABC are the pair of alternate angles, and alternate angles over here are equal. Therefore, I can say that AF is parallel to BC by alternate angles test. Okay, so they are parallel when two angles are equal. Then if we are proving it parallel, then we can say that they are alternate angle test. And the reverse is, if two lines are parallel and two angles are equal, then we are calling it as alternate angles. We have already seen over here. Okay, so that's it. AF is parallel to BC. Star mark the sixth question as well. Okay, I'll read the question for you. A transversal EF and of line AB and CD. So AB and CD are the two lines, and transversal is the line which cuts two lines at P and Q. So P and Q is given. Ray PR and ray QS. Ray PR and ray QS are the bisector of angle BPQ and PQC. Okay, prove that AB is parallel to CD. We need to prove that AB is parallel to CD. Okay, we'll start with the proof. First of all, we will start with the bisector. As PR is the bisector of BPQ, as PR is the bisector of angle BPQ. Okay, so two angles are equal, that is BPR. See, this is the bisector, means these two angles are equal. BPR and RPQ is equal to RPQ. Okay, so I will take, let BPR is equal to RPQ is equal to X. So I will take this as X. Both the angles will be X. I will name it as number 1. Okay. Now similarly, QS is the bisector, as QS is the bisector of PQC. PQC. Okay, QS is the bisector of PQC. Therefore, two angles are equal. PQS, angle PQS is equal to SQC. Is equal to angle SQC. Okay, let PQS is equal to SQC is equal to Y. Okay, so I'm taking this angle and this angle as Y. Okay, so we have these two angles as X and these two angles as Y. We know that PR is parallel to SQ. We know that PR is parallel to SQ. So I write as PR is parallel to SQ. As PR is parallel to angles forming Z are equal. So angle PRQ is equal to angle PQS. Okay, again I will see RPQ. It should be RPQ. RPQ is equal to PQS. Okay, RPQ is equal to PQS. Alternate angles. Okay, see, they are forming Z. RPQ is equal to PQS. This is X and this is Y. Okay, this is X and this is Y. So I will do one step. Multiplying both sides by 2. Okay, I will multiply both sides. That is, X will become 2X and Y will become 2Y. Okay, we can multiply it like that. So 2X, for 2X, this is X. So what is 2X over here? BPQ. 2X can be written as BPQ. And 2Y can be written as PQC. Okay, see, this was X. So 2X will be BPQ and 2Y will be PQC. Okay, from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. What was x and y? So I substituted x part and y part as 1 and 2. Now see, if you observe it properly, BPQ and PQC are the alternate pairs. So BPQ and PQC are the pairs of alternate angles. Okay, these are the pairs of alternate angles and these angles are equal. Therefore, I can say that AB is parallel to CD, reason alternate angle test. Okay, so we have proven that lines are parallel. Okay, we will just see one recap what we have done it. So this was a bisector, so both the angles are x. This was a bisector, so both the angles are y. Okay, these bisectors were parallel as well. So as they are parallel, RPQ is equal to PQS. RPQ is equal to PQS, which was x and y. We want this whole angle and this whole angle, so I multiplied by 2. 2y, what is the name of 2x? BPQ and 2y PQC. And after BPQ and they are equal, they are the alternate pairs and alternate angles are equal over here. Therefore, lines are parallel by alternate angle test. Okay. See children, sum number 5 and sum number 6 are difficult question. I would like you to solve it 2 times or 3 times. Okay, at least. In the next video, I will start with the problem set.